Welcome back to Lovin Dubai show. With us today is one of the hottest models to come out of the Middle East. She's been making waves in the fashion world ever since she set foot on the scene and most recently opened Paris Fashion Week 2023. Welcome to the show, Ameni Esseibi. How are you doing?
How are you? Well, last time I saw you was 4 years ago, so it's always good to be back. I feel like I'm home.
How is that possible? When she says last night, we interviewed Ameni like in our old studio, but 4 years ago?
4 years. I remember because it was as soon as I started my career. Like it was literally in the beginning.
So tell for people who don't know your start of your career, how did it start and what's happened since then? Give us the update.
So much happened since. It's crazy. Well, it started in 2017. And I started, I wanted to represent the Arab world on an international level. Like that was always one of the goals of mine. And I felt like there was a big hole in the market where plus size people weren't represented. And I felt like there was a lack of body positivity in the retail world in the Middle East and in the fashion industry. And I was like, someone has to do it. Like, for example, in the US, they have Ashley Granham. In London, they have Leticia. Like in every single market, they have representation. And I was like, we don't. Well, why don't we? And I just opened that door and I was like, okay, I'm doing it.
but that's amazing. Like representation is so important. But how do you open the door? Because like, and how did you actually get, like, do you get discovered or were you like, I'm doing this, I'm going to like post loads of pictures, make loads of contacts and do it myself? How does that actually happen for people who want to do the very same thing as you?
So perks of being a Dubai kid is knowing a lot of people growing up here because I was also someone extremely social. So I was
social
like,
Dubai kid.
Yeah, I was an extremely social Dubai kid, true. And with connections, I was like, guys, like I want to be the first curvy model of the Middle East and North Africa. And they were like, how on earth are you going to do that? And I'm like, well, Dubai Media Office will have to like trademark my title and then I will just need a contract, I guess. and that's what I did. And
you have trademarked first curvy model.
It's not officially out yet, but like, yeah.
Well, it is now.
Well, it has been official for 5 years.
Yeah, so it's in your Instagram bio, you're the first curvy model in the Middle East, but I didn't realize that was a trademark.
Because I don't want anyone in like 10 years and 20 years come up and be like, I did it first. Like, no, you didn't.
That's amazing.
Like, no one did it first. So, yeah, it is. It's, for me, it's the best part of my career is honestly just like opening my Instagram and reading my DMs before I sleep. I guess that's the real motivation because I do get tired and I'm extremely exhausted. I mean, at the end of the day, I'm 23 and I started when I was 18. So I kind of gave up my uni life for it. Because, they always say that uni lives are the best days of your life. And I felt like I let go of that. And I didn't travel abroad for uni. I stayed in Dubai, and which is the best decision that ever happened because I ever took because it completely changed my life. And I don't regret it at all, honestly. But like now when I look at the DMs and I'm like I have people telling me, oh, now I can wear a swimsuit to go to the beach. Now I can look at myself in the mirror. I had a girl who told me I hated the way I look so badly that I don't have mirrors in my house. But since I follow you, I have mirrors everywhere. A lot of people told me that I learned how to communicate with people. I learned how to talk to people. I learned how to be confident. Like, people told me I only buy clothes from the US, but since you're here, I know where to buy clothes from. Like, it's the lack of education, of self-love, self-confidence, and real woman empowerment, not the marketing one, is lacking. And the diversity in the retail world, if you're, let's say, a European size 48 or 46, well, 46 there's like 48 or 50, because plus size goes up to size 58. And you go to the mall and you're 48, you're 18, you don't find your size with your mall. You can't shop in the mall because you don't have your size. How are you going to feel about yourself? It's normal that you start building insecurities inside yourself because the retail world, there's demands. Not that there's not demands, there's demands. And when you watch fashion weeks, there's always a lot of like starting to be plus size models representation. But when you go to the store, what you see on the runway is not there.
Where is the barrier, right? Because I think if we share your story and a media will share your story and we put you in a spotlight, which is amazing. So what is stopping the industry having more representation?
Because from a business perspective, for brands, adding plus size is a lot of investments in the sense that they need to buy more fabrics, the sizes are bigger, they need knowledge, they need someone who is not plus size cannot create plus size clothes. I've always said it.
Someone who's not plus size cannot create plus size clothes, okay.
Because there's the tips and tricks of a plus size body that someone that is a size 6 wouldn't know. The same way I wouldn't know what someone that is a size 8 or a size 6 needs. It's the same thing. And they don't want to invest in that extraness. So they go like, oh, whatever. And they don't do it. Except if it's like, it's easy for them when it's oversized. So for oversized things like sweaters, hoodies, sweatpants, you'll find. But like real stuff,
Cute, empowering, tailored stuff.
or they put it like a grandma clothes, which is like, like we want to wear like sexy, elegant, classy, trendy. So it needs a lot of investment, a lot of knowledge, a lot of education, and brands are slowly starting to really focus on it. But I think it still has like a lot of work to be done, like a lot.
Let's jump back into your DMs because I thought what you shared was so powerful. Do you have time to get back to everyone? Do you feel a pressure to like if people are opening up and you are their pedestal in terms of you're representing women who need representation? Is it pressure to try and get back to everyone? And when they share stories, do you have to? Is it hard?
It is.
It must be. You're busy.
Honestly, it's mentally hard. It's not physically hard because I can always save like an hour per day to just dedicate it to just answer back.
That's a lot of time.
But it's like I feel so responsible though,
Yeah.
honestly, because I don't get DMs like, oh my God, I love your lipstick. Where did you get your lipstick from? I don't get DMs like that.
Yeah.
I get paragraphs of like women, wives, mothers. Like my DMs are intense, honestly. Like I get DMs from wives telling me, oh, my husband cheated on me and I hate myself and I feel like I'm extremely ugly and it's because of me, and if I was pretty and if like he wouldn't have cheated on me. I'm like, no. I'm like, the DMs I get are crazy. How do you want me to not answer to that? When I'm the person that I'm always like, I'm here to teach you self-confidence. I'm here to teach you how to love yourself. I'm here to like show you how to rock your life on a daily basis. I'm here to teach you how to be careless about society. We live in a society that is extremely judgmental. That's the truth reality, and that's the sad reality. And it's like you have to learn how to overcome these things, and they need to relate to someone. I always tell people, if you're on my Instagram and you tell me I wish I looked like Ameni and I wish I did this like Ameni, unfollow me. I don't want that I wish. I want you to look at my pictures, look at what I do, look at my video, be like, oh my God, same.
Love yourself.
Yeah, like same. That's what I want. Don't tell me that I wish. I don't want you to wish. I want you to do it. And if the problem is like, I'm not gonna answer like, oh my God, thank you so much. This means a lot. It's like I answer back with voice notes. I answer back with like long paragraphs. I really take my time.
Love that.
Especially during summer. I feel like for me, summer, I always say it's like insecurity season because like beach, swimsuit, shorts. 2 years ago, I did a campaign on social media with a couple of other public figures where it's like it was the hashtag wear the shorts because a lot of people were actually insecure of wearing the shorts because of anything, cellulite, thick thighs, like also like my biggest issue always is explaining to people why cellulite and stretch marks are normal. I feel like that is like the biggest like thing I get. It's like,
where are the ad campaigns with the cellulite? Why not?
Because it's $1 billion industry. How do you want them to make money if you're okay with your cellulite and your stretch mark? Yeah. They're not going to make money. So they need to make sure that you think that that's wrong. So they make money off you. A cream is not going to remove your stretch mark. A cream is not going to remove your cellulite.
Do you hear that? It's never going to work, so stop wasting your money.
It's scams. And stretch marks, I think personally, stretch marks are the most beautiful thing on earth.
Same.
Because for me, it's art. One, it's art. Two, it's female empowerment. Three, my stretch marks has a different story from your stretch marks.
I agree.
And that's what makes you a woman. And it makes it extremely pretty. And that's the strength. Like, for example, my mother's stretch marks can be from birth. But she gave birth to me and my brother. That's a beautiful thing. My stretch marks can be from like mental, like anything. Yours are a different story. And it's beautiful, like sitting around women and talking about like their background stories. You feel connected. You create a bond. You create a bond and you connect your soul, your mind, and your body to each other. And I always say, once your soul, mind, and body are aligned, you are unstoppable. Like no one can like touch you, honestly. And that's why I'm like, and cellulites are just literally fat cells that broke down. That's it. If anything, it's a good thing. Your fat cells broke down. Like, why are you complaining? And like, and it's good. You just like, worst thing you can do, like drainage massage, which I do also, which is good for the water retention before fashion weeks. I always do that. But buying creams, like I see my friends investing in creams and are freezing them. I don't know what. I'm like, guys, do you honestly think that tomorrow you're gonna wake up with no stretch mark and no cellulite?
Well, the whole thing of like the amount of money that we spend on products that we should not be is like a whole lot, like the beauty industry is we're constantly sold an image that we'll never be able to achieve. It's an unachievable image. But we're moving away from you, and like you said, you spend, let's say, time in your DMs, and it's a lot of pressure. And you said you also skipped uni. You feel like you missed out. Like, what's a typical day for you like now in your career?
Okay, so for example, like if we're gonna talk like now, just came back from Paris from Fashion Week, and
by the way, you looked amazing. You were in the opening show of Paris Fashion Week.
The season, in Santo. It was amazing, and honestly, like I can't thank enough Arab Fashion Council. Being their ambassador, first of all, is like a huge thing for me and an honor, and them really believing me, like. The founder, Jacob, and the CEO, like Muhammad, like they have had my back and they believe in me. And I think that's what's important. Once you have people that believe in you and push you, you can reach for the stars. And like when they told me like what are like list down your goals, I was like, of course, walking Paris Fashion Week. I mean, it's any model's goal. And they were like, we'll make it happen. Let's do this. And we worked on it, we focused on it, and it happened, and we did it. And it's like a team, like it's once you have a strong team, honestly, it's insane. And the feeling when I saw the whole cast and I was the only Arab, and there were me and another also plus size woman, and it's like the pride of representation that I had. I'm like really representing the Middle East right now. It's like I am really like the only Arab walking this show, and it's like the stress and the anxiety that I had was like also like insane. And like before the show, like you can't talk to me. I'm like this. I'm like a poker face. I'm like, no one talk to me. I can't even breathe right now. But
how do you prepare for that walk?
You don't walk, of course. No. Walking, we prepare a lot of walking. There's actually a lot of model academies in Paris, London, and New York that I've done one in Paris and one in Tunisia actually. So we prepare for walks, and also walking, honestly, I always say it's super easy if you want to just do it at home. You just grab a pair of heels that is comfortable, of course, which is hard to find.
Yeah,
like if you find one, like the blisters that I have, like my feet were bleeding after Fashion Week, and people are like, your job is so easy. I'm like,
girl,
if I should, how do you stand with heels for 6 hours for an event? I'm like, I don't know. I just don't think that I'm wearing heels. I could forget them because otherwise I'm gonna be crying. Like if there was numbing shots, I would take them. Just take injections. It's insane.
So you can prepare for the walk.
You prepare for the walk. You wear heels, a confident music, whatever makes you Beyonce, Rihanna, whatever. That's what I put. And
what do you put?
I've always put like Beyonce or Rihanna or like something that's like I feel like I can relate to, like something bold, like something super sassy, something like very confident, like bad B vibes. And then a mirror, because it's structure. You all need to have your shoulder back. Your back has to be straight, but at the same time laid back. Like there's small techniques, like your face has to be like a little bit lower than what a normal, like you would stand like this, right? But we walk like this. But you don't, like now when you see me doing it, it's weird, but like on camera it looks pretty because our face is structured. And then it depends on the hairstyle that you have, and then if you have accessories, if you don't, you need to learn how to position your hands, if your waist, if you have a lower waist, higher waist. So there's like few tips and tricks that we know, like also walking when you're plus size with heels is like hell on earth. So it's like a struggle. So you really have to practice. And it's really important for us to get the heels that the designer are going to give us to be able to practice in them. Because I've had heels where it's like you cannot walk, and I needed like a couple of days to like practice in it.
I had never thought about most of this stuff, by the way. So we met 4 years ago.
Yeah, we did.
When you were starting your career, and you're still breaking barriers, you're still breaking the glass roof. How has the industry changed their perception of curvy models since you entered the industry?
Honestly, I feel like before, if I didn't speak about it, no one did. And if I didn't bring it to the table, no one did. Now brands, like it's a conversation. They're open to it. Before they were closed, completely closed to it. Now it's like, okay, well, Like when the campaign's gonna happen, like, oh, but let's put Ameni on it. Like, she brings a lot of positivity to the table. Like, she has a point. Like, it's important. At the end of the day, the majority of the Arab silhouette is not the European silhouette, and we need representation. They need someone that they can relate to. So, like, yeah, let's do it. So they're open to it. They think about it now, not as much as they should, but it's an open conversation. Like, oh, we want diversity. Like, and some brands honestly are super honest with me. They're like, Ameni, we don't know how to do it, and we don't want to do it wrong. So tell us.
Yeah.
Like, I've had high-end luxury brands telling me, what should I do? Because I don't want to offend anyone. I don't want to do anything wrong. What should I do? And those are the brands that I respect the most because they really want to educate. They're like, okay, teach me, and I'll do it.
Love it.
I'll invest in it and I'll do it. Tell me what to do. And I spend so much time with these brands always, and even for free. And I sit down and I'm like, listen, this is what you have to do. Don't use these words. These words can be offensive. If like sometimes I sit with brands, designers of like local brands here, and because I always want to push local brands and brands that are coming out from the Middle East to do plus size, especially like the ones that don't get much like media attention or whatsoever, the emerging ones. And I'm like, I can always go for a coffee or sit down with your designer and give them tips and tricks of a plus size body for you to be able to create a plus size line.
So that's creating, but you mentioned there are words that can be deemed offensive. So you're the first curvy model in the Middle East. People have described you as plus sized. What do you think you ever want to get rid of those titles and just be model? What's offensive? What word should we not be using? You know?
Okay, so I've had this is like the jackpot for me. I've had a producer in Dubai call me a trend. I think that's offensive because diversity is a trend apparently now. So I was like, oh, what's my expiry date then? I've had I think overweight,
wild,
chubby. Plus size, some people don't like it, and
that's the thing.
And a lot of people don't like it. I became numb to it, which is not good, to be fully honest with you, which is not good because I always say you don't tell a standard model minus model. So why are you saying it's a plus size model?
But it's used so much at the moment that you're thinking you've just become numb, but actually plus size probably isn't the best phrase to use. Curvy is a more descriptive and...
I like curvy. I like curvy because when someone tells me, oh, you're a curvy model, it's like, I feel sexy. I'm like, yeah, you like it? It's like, okay. When someone tells me you're a plus size model, I became numb. I shouldn't have become numb, but it's not the right word to use. At the end of the day, labels in the industry are still here. You're a Caucasian model, you're a plus size model, you're a petite, you're a tall, you're a black, you're an Asian model. The labels are there. We cannot lie, we cannot hide it. They're there. They're there to use it for diversity. That's a good thing. But eventually, with time, they need to leave because everyone is a model. It doesn't matter your skin color, your nationality, your religion, your size, your body type, you're a model. Dot. You have a professional contract with an agency, you have an agent, you work with brands, you're represented, you know what you're doing, you're not an influencer, you're not a blogger, you are a model. Stop. Like, it doesn't matter what kind of model you are.
That's what I was getting at.
That's the end point that I want to get to. But honestly, we're still far. Like, because right now, I feel like I'm still in the phase of even educating people about bigger bodies. So I know that people are still not ready to, like, get there. It's the goal, but it needs time.
Well, at least Paris Fashion Week is representing.
Yes.
And I want to jump back to Paris Fashion Week real quick because what we've done is we've put together some looks. And we're going to play a little game called Wear or Tear with Ameni. And we're going to show you some pictures from this Paris Fashion Week.
Okay.
And we want to see if you think they are wear or like rip them up tear.
Okay. If I would wear it?
No. Is it like a cool look in general? So
I hope I don't get banned by brands after this.
I need to get the names of the things. They're cute. They're quite loud looks, basically.
Okay.
Instagram, you're behind the scenes, so you can't see the graphics. Look at our show on Facebook, and then you'll be able to see them. This is the first look. It's got SpongeBob on some interesting type see-through-ish clothes.
It's like mesh. It's like a meshy dress of SpongeBob. I mean, tear.
Tear.
I wouldn't wear this or want to be seen.
Tear, gone.
Oh, isn't this Moschino?
This is...
Looks like Moschino. No, I mean, except if I'm gonna wear it for a Halloween costume. I'm very savage. I shouldn't be doing this.
It's fine. We love the savagery. We are here for the savagery. Wear tear. It's like a Mad Hatter theme party mixed with some like Crayola highlighters. I would reckon on the sleeves.
I mean, it's like a clown trying to be in fashion. It's a tear.
It's a tear, guys. Moving on. We love the savagery. This is a look from.
I saw this look.
I don't know the name of the brand, but it's a summery type. It's also another Moschino look, with a inflatable type scenario. Maybe it's a Dubai summer look. Do you reckon?
I can see someone wearing this at Namos already.
The looks in Namos. I've been there once. Love it.
I can imagine this, but I wouldn't. Like, this is like, I feel like this is like an Arab mom trying not to catch evil eye for her kids. Like, this is the vibe that it's giving me. It's like all these Arab moms, like, ayn. I'm like, and that's the vibe that it's giving me.
Would you really see someone in Namos wearing this, do you think?
Of course. Yeah, you see everything in Dubai.
Okay, we've got 1, 2, 3 more to go. Paris Hilton, opening the runway.
This is the closing of Versace. I mean, this is my clothes. Like, whatever she does. I wouldn't personally wear that dress, but it looks so good on her.
Okay, we're keeping it.
Yeah.
We're good with Paris. She got a lot of mileage out of that one. A lot of internet mileage.
Paris.
The next look, Shahir, who's the designer?
Oh, this
Gucci.
is Coco Rocha, I think. That's actually my friend.
Modeling?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Where?
I would wear that look.
Not
everywhere.
It's a look. It's a...
Not everywhere, but I would wear it.
Oh, cool. It's wild. Okay,
yeah.
Last look, wear or tear. It is Miss Kim Kardashian.
Kim dolls. Yes, that dress is my style. Works with my body type. Like, snatches everything. Definitely a wear. Well, I mean, I'm wearing a bodycon dress right now, so just proves how much I love bodycon dresses. So yeah.
Kim is all about the snatch.
I mean, yeah, she loves not breathing while wearing clothes.
Well, just for like 10 minutes, and I'm sure she goes out and goes home and veggies like the rest of us.
No, trust me, when I'm in corsets, it's not 10 minutes. It's not 10 minutes, and I know that for a fact. I thought it was, but it's really not. It just me, you can't breathe in it. Like, it's not a joke.
What are you doing?
Yeah.
Okay, so wear or tear, it's a massive...
It's a massive wear.
It's a massive wear. Guys, thank you so much, Ameni, for joining us on the show.
Thank you. This was fun to do. I like these things.
Not all continuing to follow your journey. If people want to follow you, because I think they want to see your page, what you're up to, if they want to ask you questions, how can they find you?
On my Instagram, Ameni Esseibi.
That is it. Ameni Esseibi on the show with us this morning, and we're back with you tomorrow morning and every single weekday morning, same time, same place. Goodbye from me.
Thank you. It was good to see you.
See ya.